there are, simple human truths in the story that still apply today. So I think that's why people connect to it. And even though Americans don't necessarily have an intimate knowledge of the Battle of Gallipoli, they understand very clearly there was a war. A man had 3 sons. They went to war and they never come back. They never came back. So, and that's what kicks off the narrative. But outside of that, where it touches history, it's really just it's a story about one man's journey and his grief. And the script gave me the opportunity to put in front of Australian and New Zealanders a completely different perspective. This isn't a story about the courage and the bravery of our young men. This is a story about shared grief and how in battles, in wars, there's going to be bravery and compassion and grief on both sides.
You can find water, but you can't even find your own children.
My boys.
Hurry up!
Arthur, Henry, and Edward Connor.
It's all right. Well done you are. We're not leaving your brothers behind.
They all enlisted together. What I showed them, basically, is the type of thing that I would do. The physical preparation, the intellectual preparation. And you push them really hard because you want to know that they've still got energy at the end of a 12-hour day, because that's when it's most important, So you start them off in the morning, yoga or going for a big walk. You might take them on a 50-kilometre bike ride. You take them to do a weight session. Then they'll work with, horses. They'll work with the weaponry of the time. Then you might put them in a situation where they're tired and they've got no energy left. You put 3 arrows in their hands, say 3 bullseyes before you eat tonight, mate. And then after dinner, you have a lecture about the geopolitical situation, the history of the Ottoman Empire. And what you do is, if you fill them full of that information, then all you require of them after that is to be consistent in their preparation leading up to the day they go onto the set. And when they arrive on the set, they've got something a mile deep behind their eyes because they're confident about who the character is. They know the politics of the time, they know the geography of the time, they know about their weaponry, they're confident now on a horse because they've been prepped. And you have a thing behind their eyes which you cannot get unless you do that sort of work. It's that quiet contemplation that gives you the true depth from character to character. And they died together. They should be buried at home beside their mother. I'll find them, love. I'll find them and I'll bring them home to you.
Your guidebook is out of date.
I didn't come here to sightsee. I'm on my way to Gallipoli.
There's nothing there but ghosts.
You walk off your farm, you turn up in this place of horrors, and for what?
My sons were all killed in one day. I can find them.
Maybe we could help him.
You know what the chances of finding his boys are?
He's the only father who came looking.
They're right here.
We found your sons, Edward, Henry. How on God's earth did you know they'd be there?
But you haven't found Arthur yet.
If this is your son, he did not die here. He was taken prisoner.
So he's alive.
I don't know.
But you have hope.
Hope's a necessity where I come from.
It's not safe. You can't stay.
This is not your world. Go home, Mr. Connor.
It was my job to steer my boys to manhood. And I failed them.
I measure a man by how much he loves his children, not by what the world has done to them. Come on.
He's alive. I know he is.